Hey, it's H here, and today we're taking a look at technical analysis for KAVA. First we'll check out some major levels of support and resistance, and then I'll show you some possibilities with Elliott Wave Theory. Now let's get going. This KAVA chart is from Binance and is used with the Tradingview application. This is going to be viewed on a logarithmic scale due to the nature of crypto. Here we can see the lowest low of all-time lows to the all-time highs, and we get almost 1800%. That should be enough to justify the use of a logarithmic scale. Now let's get to daily chart and start looking at the levels, horizontal levels that we've got. So again, brown box here, support and resistance that we've tapped multiple times, and it has now another weekly as well. Let's check out the first high time frame support levels. So from the all-time lows to the current date, we got a couple of different levels that are of interest. As we can see, all of this price action up here is nothing volume based let's do that again. So anything up here is so much less of volume than compared to the structure down here. The point of control is all the way down here at around 53 cents, where we got the 786x retracement of this move from all-time lows to all-time highs. Now we got a couple of other retracement levels here, but again nothing super significant on them at the moment. On medium time frame, let's zoom in a bit. This is from the all-time highs to current price, and we got again this retracement from the all-time highs to these lows here around 24th of February, and this gives us a golden pocket, a point of control of this range, and another daily around this area of $5.73 or 70 cents around there. We almost hit this place, but we didn't. We just front run it. So I think this is definitely one area to be looked at. If the price actually comes back up here, this is a really good place for a short, in my opinion. Just by looking at these levels. Of course, Elliott Wave Theory gives probably a different result, or at least gives some kind of form to this chaos that we're looking at, but overall, at least it most likely is going to cause a bounce, unless it is just going to be front run here as we did just like 1% before that area. So then I guess there's nothing we can do. With this medium time frame as well, we got the range value area high with the weekly around this area of $6.47, and a weekly with a range value area low around $3.76. Also a daily and a retracement of 382. But again, we already went through that level, so same with this one, so that has to be kept in mind. Looks like this lower level here, that weekly, already got back tested as well with the range value area low, so giving us nice support around here. Now even lower time frame, let's zoom in a bit closer. Again, this is from the lows of 24th February to current date. Range value area high was already punctured, meaning that this could be a nice upside here. We got a back test of the range value area low here, and after that point we just went straight up. We also had that 382 retracement there, or have the retracement around that area. But again, if this price continues to go down or upwards, we need to constantly update this fib to see where it lines up properly. currently 382 with a weekly around here, and a 0.5 fib with a weekly here. If it goes any higher than this, again we had this nice area up here with the higher time frame point of control and this weekly and the golden pocket. At that point I would be expecting some kind of pullback down, and at that point we could be either looking at this area here with 0.5 fib weekly and the range value area low, where this current support lies, where we visited just once here. But yeah, I think that's all the basic levels I wanted to share to you at the moment. So let's get going on the correction side to prepare for Elliott Wave counts. Now, first correction we see here around the early 2020s, we had 85% correction. August 2020, 80% correction. April 2021, 75% correction, and the current one that we had the low of February 24th, we had a 73% correction. Now this does not entail and does not look like a simple 5-way move at any point, so definitely something different than most cryptos out there. So here's the first thought I had. So I had a wave 1 here, labeled as intermediate 1, into wave 2. We came down to the 0.5 fib of this wave 1 for the wave 2 again, and then we would be expecting higher numbers. Now 1.618 of this move is all the way at $172, but again, if we want to look this structure, whole structure, as bullish one, we will need to establish some kind of other waves within it, and this definitely does not look like a clear impulse wave structure. Now I have labeled this as wave 1 for minor, and this whole structure here as wave 2. Now why I didn't place the wave 2 down here is just because of the time indicator, or time spent for this wave 2 compared to wave 1. We see that we have the Fibonacci time pulled from lows to these highs of wave 1. We can see that wave 2, if we place it here, it uses about around the 0.5. Let's plot that down as well. 0.5, even less. Let's see why is the real. Yeah, there we go. Around 40% of the time that it used to create wave 4, which is definitely way less than it is usual, and therefore I would think that wave 2 is again using more time. Now the other issue with this count though is that wave 2, if the low is here as February 24th, is that it is creating or using so much time that it is also really unlikely, making this whole count a bit weird and really unlikely to me. So therefore we have other bullish possibility, and this is a diagonal. We have ABC here into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into primary 1 up here. This would clear all the things up, so we don't need to be worrying about the structure here. We don't need to be worrying about any kind of time it took to create wave 2. Now currently I would be looking around July for this correction to end, but again we don't have any strict rules for the time it needs to take for wave 2, but again to me this small correction is not done. We have not come down to the 382, even 382 retracement of the first move, if this is indeed a diagonal. Again, most likely would be looking for around these areas down here, around 90 cents area for the wave 2, since the golden pocket is here. Now overall, we got two large volume bumps here just before the 618, and one here at the 786 that we were talking about earlier with the high time frame volume profile. let's see. Yeah, and let's zoom in a bit, take a closer look on the correction that we've had so far. So assuming again that this is the one, we would be looking for some kind of three-way structure downwards. Now the first structure here I've labeled as a WXY. We have a diagonal, not diagonal, a running triangle here in the X wave. Could be in Y wave as well for the triangle, as it's a W combination, but this time it is labeled as so. Could be labeling this as ABC again as well for the last wave, but this looked better for me as structure wise, this WXY. Again, that establishes our A wave. Now depending on how high we get this second part, so this area, we can get either B wave or the X wave. For B wave we need to come up to the $7.65 area for us to have a B wave or a flat. Of course we can go higher, way higher actually, without invalidating this count. Now currently we had again this A, this looked like three-way move, then B, another three-way move. We got again barely the 0.618 extension of the A wave for the C wave, and the expanded flat is again just fine here. Expanded flat targets, we've barely missed the 1.236 before now correcting down a bit. Looks like I missed my, I know this was the one that I just added before, but yeah, still missed the 1.236 extension around the $5.65. We also got a targets for the fifth wave, as third wave is not extended, it's not come up to the 1.618 of the wave 1. It is legal though, there's no issue with this count, but we would be expecting wave 5 to come up higher, as wave 3 is not extended, nor is wave 1. Again, 0.618 up here around the $5.80 area, 85 cents area is the one that I would be looking as first target. Other targets for the wave 5, just by looking at the scale of minute, would be here around $7.55, and that is getting closer and closer to this area where this whole structure could be qualified as a flat structure before heading down for the C wave. Yeah, 1.618, if this breaks again, at that point we would need to start questioning if this is a C wave for this a flat, or if it's something else. The C wave of course can come up all the way to the 2.618, at least on other crypto assets. That is not really uncommon, but it is more likely again to have some kind of impulsive structure here if we go above here. Now of course, as we don't want to be all moon boys and just have our options open, we could be looking at something like this. Now the diagonal is still my main, and I really want to look at that more as the price develops, but this is also a possibility. So we could have 5 waves in A as presented in the first bull scenario. This would again bring us to B wave here around the December 2020, and then another C wave up to, or another 5 waves up to the C wave of intermediate. Again, the C wave is just about the 0.618 extension of the A wave, which is valid. Now the second part of this structure is a bit weird looking. So I'm establishing this as a one structure here, and then we would be looking something at like three-way move down here. That is looking pretty okay. Three-way move here, that is fine as well. This could be either WXY or a ABC at least at this point where we are here. So as we came up here and started going higher than the start of this whole wave structure from here, I would be expecting 5 ways down, but at the moment we don't really seem to be having that. To me, if anything, we would have to have this as a diagonal of some sort ending here. So let's just look at this possibility. It is kind of hard to say or see 5-way structures here, or sorry, a 3-way structures here with the diagonals. But I'll probably look into that, but definitely not likely. I'm just adding these just to see later if that is actually a possibility. Maybe it's something like this. Something like this, yeah. So again, other option is the diagonal, and the other option is the WXY here, saying that this is WXY and this is another WXY, and then we would be expecting another 3-wave move down, whether this X wave is finished here or goes a bit higher before this. Now the issue with this whole structure here is that we're not really sure where we are at Elliott Wave wise. This could be part of a really long time sideways accumulation phase before just exploding upwards, but again, as we don't have clear impulse wave structure or motive wave structures here on this count, we sure have these ones that are inside the corrective phases, but nothing outside of them. Is really hard to tell what is going to be happening outside of these single areas of structures. So is this the end here? Are we just saying that this is something like this, and then what? It is really hard to say. This could be possibly, I'm not sure, something like this maybe, or it could be something like this. It is impossible to know at this point. But we'll look into these options, and we'll update this at some point when the price develops again. So again, the most likely scenario to me is this diagonal. Where did I have it? Here. And would be looking for some kind of wave 2. But that again takes us way lower, and if we don't get the lower and just jump up, it's something else. Invalidation for this count, however, is just down here, around 24 cents, which is definitely really unlikely. I can't see that happening myself, but you never know. But if you have another coin you would like me to analyze, let me know down in the comment section below. And for now, I thank you for watching, and hopefully see you back here soon. Bye bye.